even the way that he went to Russia speaks volume. Speaks volume not only to us Pan-Africanists who are so happy that we are actually living in these times where we are seeing a true Pan-Africanist, a true president, a true leader of dignity, of integrity, a true man of honor, an African. Yes, an African, it's about damn time. We have a brave African out here, full of courage, who has dedicated his life to liberating not only the people of Burkina Faso, but Africans as a whole. The entire black race, actually, to keep a spade here, to speak in a way that is real and authentic, to say it as it is, seeing Captain Ibrahim Traore, the president of Africa. The president of Africa, not just the president or the leader of Burkina Faso, the president of Africa, of the motherland of Al Kabulain, the one and only, who stands in his own league. In his own league, no puppet can compare to the many achievements that already this young man, the youngest president in Africa, has already accomplished. We have puppets here who've been here, head of states of certain parts of Africa. I say certain parts because, in my opinion, as a Pan-Africanist, Africa is one country. We have puppets here who've held office in Africa for decades. Paul Biya, Museveni, Sassou Nguesso, the Obiangs of Equatorial Guinea, and the list goes on and on and on and on. Puppet Rutos, so many puppets. We cannot exactly keep track of all these puppets, right? Captain Ibrahim Traore is out here doing exactly that which he's supposed to be doing what most puppets, all these supposed heads of states of Africa don't have the balls to do. Yes, we have to unapologetically state it the way that it is, because that's exactly what's happening here. These are the times we're living in. Captain Ibrahim Traore.
Yes, Captain, you are making the moves that we all appreciate, that we all love to see you do.
Yes, the African people love Captain Ibrahim Traore.
Yes, and it's not only African people. This is what the great thing is. It's the whole world showing appreciation for what he stands for.
The whole world?
Yes.
Not Michael Langley. Not that US general to African or whatever the hell his name is. Not that house Negro. I'm sorry, YouTube. That's the only time maybe I'll say that term here, but it is the truth. That one is a betrayal. So yes, a lot of people do like him, but he also has a lot of enemies. 20 coups since 2022.
Yeah. And one is recent, as in last month. That's crazy.
Yes, and as we speak, we should be smart enough to assume. This is one of the only times where we black folks, or you an individual, you are right to assume. You have to assume that they are currently working in the background, plotting, wanting to get rid of him, wanting to get rid of the Capitan. You have to approach every situation that way. We cannot be sleeping on this, because this particular individual, Captain Ibrahim Traore, is so important, and what he represents to the entire black race and the Africans is monumental.
Oh, it's tremendous, actually.
It's huge.
To be actually living in the time, living and feeling and embracing the moment of the Traoré days is actually magnificent.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are lucky to be living in these times.
The way that people talk about the Sankara days is what we are feeling and experiencing right now.
We are lucky to be in the days of Captain Ibrahim Traore, because the last time we had an individual with such tenacity was in 1987, when they did that crazy thing that they did to Thomas Sankara.
Yeah.
They're busy. Imperialism. These people are busy. These people are not sleeping.
They're not sleeping. They're always looking for ways of how they can exploit African countries.
Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate your time. We appreciate the fact that you've clicked on the button and you are a part of this conversation. Thank you very much. Let's keep going on. Straight away, no small talk here, straight to the bullseye.
Yes.
The African Union has no backbone. The African Union. What do you call, what is that? What is the African Union?
I've like now when people are saying, but what is the African Union doing? Nothing. They are just an extension of the West. That is
Actually,
it.
Yes, they are an extension of the West, but you guys understand when I say they are nothing, I say they are nothing because they are not working in the interest of African countries. They are working in the interest of certain African puppets, individuals out here. And so we cannot necessarily say they are doing nothing. They are actually active. They are actively working in the interest of imperialistic countries.
Yeah.
This African Union, a useless, you have to say it in a way these people appreciate because they know the truth. African Union is a useless, I don't even want to say institution.
Hey.
You can't call that thing an institution. That thing is completely freaking useless.
It's just a
It shouldn't
gathering.
exist. It's actually an adversary to progress of African people. Because the African people are out here, especially the people of Burkina Faso, making it known that they love Captain Ibrahim Traore.
Yes.
And we can all see as Africans that Captain Ibrahim Traore is delivering for his people. The fact that a certain freaking general can come out here and want to push wrong narratives,
Yep.
and this African Union does absolutely nothing to listen to the people, to listen to the Africans, especially the people of Burkina Faso and all of us who are out here, and Jamaica, I see you, all over the world, this is a movement. The fact that African Union can be out here ignoring that truth, the truth that exists, that on the 30th of April, the world came out here in the millions
And
to
they
protest.
have not stopped. The support for him is continuous. The way Jamaica did it as well. They did it with their Jamaican flair. I loved it.
Yes. The fact that that exists, the fact that that happened on the 30th of April, that the world came out here to make it known that they support Captain Ibrahim Traore and they see the result in the achievements and the things that he's putting in place for the Burkina Faso people, the fact that this freaking spineless of an institution called the African Union is out here ignoring it, should let you people know, should let everybody know that it has never worked in the interest of African people, and we shouldn't be out here blowing smoke, pretending like it exists. That's why when African Union comes out here and release any form of report, I just ignore it.
Yeah.
I don't see anything useful about that African Union. Every single war, whether you're talking Sudan, whether you're talking East Congo, with Rwanda, that issue there, that conflict, the M23, the rebels, all of the above, African Union has never accomplished anything. Anything.
The only thing they've actually accomplished is just diminishing the name of Africa to the entire world.
You know that spineless African Union,
Yeah.
60% of its money, 60% of its moolah, its funding, its budget comes from the European Union. That should say it all.
Yeah. Where does the interest lie? Why are they just doing what the West says? Because
They're getting paid.
exactly.
When I pay you money, I expect you to do what I want you to do. I'm paying you for this. African Union is a lapdog for Europe, for the European Union. African Union has no agenda. It's not out here to fulfill any goal, any vision. It has no vision. It has no vision. It's only out here to put the interest, to push the interest of the West,
Yes.
of France. France and most of those European nations are out here giving money to these African unions who are supposed to somehow help Africa. It's the same freaking African Union that came out here when the coup happened in Burkina Faso, that came out here to isolate, to remove the membership of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger from that freaking useless institution. That same African Union. African Union is a sellout. A sellout. I'm sorry. If you appreciate the truth, welcome. If you're a little bit sensitive, please take your time If it's your first time here, welcome. You've now discovered this particular account. We do our utmost best not to beat around the bush. It's about time. It's 2025, and it's about time that we Africans, we Pan-Africanists, we come out here unapologetically and speak the truth to the young minds of the African folks for liberation, mental liberation. We cannot be fooled. We cannot be caught sleeping out here because these people have an agenda on Captain Ibrahim Traore. The same thing they did to Thomas Sankara will not happen in 2025 before our very eyes.
No,
we
it will not.
Otherwise, we'll be to be blamed.
Yes.
If we sleep on this, our Captain, I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to think it. But I just hope and pray that every single person watching here, whoever you are, whether you are from Jamaica, Haiti, whoever you are, even some white folks. I'm sure we have some decent white folks in this world who also see the great work that Captain Ibrahim Traore is trying to do for his people in the African community.
Yes, who supports
We
the
are not
movements.
the type to generalize and say white folks are bad. This is not about us showing favoritism only to our race, but it's us speaking truth and facts of what you people know, and you cannot argue against us. It's about time Africa starts to do things. It's about time Africa starts to do things to be self-reliant, unapologetically. Unapologetically. For far too long, those supposed independence that most African countries have since the 1960s is fake independence to the core, where these African countries till this day have to pay colonial debt.
Hey.
Colonial debt. Debt that was imposed on them through colonialism, but these supposed African independent countries are still tied down economically, and they cannot really do anything to move on.
Yes.
To progress.
We are not going to be in debt for people that took this money and signed on those dotted lines. We are not taking responsibility of that. Ibrahim Traore says enough is enough. I'm taking my country back.
Enough talking.
Yes.
Enough talking. The system is designed, and the system is in a way to just continue to make us weak. We cannot accomplish anything because of how these imperialistic countries have placed the system to be.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that most of these African countries, especially these French colonies, are still out here using the franc says it all.
Yay.
We need to be in control of our own monetary funds. The fact that some of these countries are still out here paying these debts, holding their bank reserves with France is ridiculous. The fact that France is still out here sitting up there with stolen gold from all of these African countries is ridiculous. We the African people, we are too quiet. Too quiet. It's time to use a tone that irritates them. It's time to use a tone that lets them know that, listen here, we are awake here. We're not sleeping out here. You see what I'm saying?
No, it's time to use the tone that they fear when a black man speaks. That roughness, the one that they're scared of.
We don't give a crap anymore if they come out here and accuse us of being violent. I don't want to say perhaps it takes us to be violent, because we are not up for violence. We don't incite violence. But it's time to be completely unapologetic about this.
Yes.
Yes, man. And it's also time to continue to hold our own puppets accountable. There's so many freaking puppets out here. The reason why that freaking war, for example, in East Democratic Republic of Congo between Rwanda and DRC has taken 30 years. Yes, we know there's Western influence in there, but it's because we also have puppets of note. Puppets of note with no vision. No vision.
Nothing.
These supposed grown-ups, these supposed heads of states here out here in Africa, in the motherland, are out here wanting respect from you. They want you to respect them because they are older than you, because they hold office. Some of them got in there through freaking corruption, but they're out here demanding respect, forcing you respect. They're even out here silencing certain activists that are out here doing things. Like the story we heard in Nigeria. There are certain activists who went out to protest on the 30th of April in solidarity with our Captain. And this freaking Nigeria's government official people actually arrested some people.
Yeah, because why? Why are you going against? The government itself did not condemn it officially. No government in Africa has actually condemned what America is doing to Ibrahim Traore.
Because they don't have the balls of Ibrahim Traore. Let's call a spade a spade. We don't expect any of these puppets to come out here and denounce what Michael Langley said in that Senate hearing, accusing Burkina Faso of being corrupt. We don't expect any of these puppets because these puppets don't have the backbone that Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim Traore is one of a kind. He's an exceptional human being chosen by God himself to come out here in these times to inspire us all to understand that these are the agendas of these imperialistic countries, and it never changed. The supposed independence you got was fake. You need to wake up people and do the needful.
Yes.
Understand what I'm saying? So, Captain Ibrahim Traore landing in Russia in style like that says it all. You know, it speaks volume to the fact that Vladimir Putin sent his own plane. They sent his own plane to go and fetch the Captain. Talk about an invitation. Talk about an invitation. Puppets don't receive such types of hospitality. Trust you me. You have to be a man of honor. You have to be a man of integrity for somebody to feel the need to send not only the plane, including those fighting jets, to bring the plane all the way to Russia safely.
Because this is the time he knew that this Burkina Faso coming to Russia signifies a lot.
Yes.
Enough is enough for the West.
You know,
I'm not scared.
The West, with the House Negro, that Michael Langley, who came out here to try to push that fake narrative to say that the leaders of Burkina Faso are using the gold for their own benefit, that fake narrative, Russia sending his own plane to fetch Captain Ibrahim Traore to bring him to Russia is a message also to the West.
Yes.
To say, hey, we know that it's you people that are behind these freaking coups, these attempts. We won't let it be. We are a true. This is the biggest, most confirming statement out here that now we all know now that Russia really is a great ally for Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
First, we used to just hear it, right? We used to just hear it. And Burkina Faso has aligned itself with like Russia or Turkey or the Chinese. It was always just said as a news, as a headline. Okay, fine, no problem. This was what you needed to see for yourself.
Yeah.
That yes, Russia and Burkina Faso are great friends. Putin loves Captain Ibrahim Traore. You can see it on Putin, on his demeanor. Whenever he addresses Captain Ibrahim Traore, he loves this young man. To some extent, I might even go as far as saying he probably sees himself in his younger days in this courageous, brave, patriot young man.
Yes.
It's not about the skin. It's not about the skin. We don't give a crap about the skin. It's not about being white or black. It's not about that. Putin can see that Captain Ibrahim Traore is a man of honor.
Yes,
I can work with this boy. I can work with this individual. Sorry, Captain, for calling you a boy, but I'm talking about the age stuff. Understand what I'm saying? Captain Ibrahim Traore, you know we love you out here. We masculine men come out here and decisively stand with you and say we love the guy.
Yes.
We haven't seen such a leader in our existence. In our existence. Yes, so it's a beautiful thing to see this. This is Victory Day in Russia.
Yes, Victory Day. Celebrated every year on the 9th of May. The Victory Day.
Since 1945.
Since 1945, yes. It's to celebrate the victory of the Soviet Union over Nazi Germany.
Yes, over Nazi Germany. This is to celebrate that. It's Victory Day in Russia, and Captain Ibrahim Traore is the guest of honor. He's the guest of honor. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All you have to do is just be a man of dignity. You don't need to be coming out here like the head of state of Ivory Coast, who's a puppet for the West, who's out here a sellout of a leader, who's out here allowing France or the West to use its own country to destabilize the Sahel.
Yes.
Ivory Coast, I want to see all the Ivorian come out here and denounce what their leader is doing. That Ouattara is allowing the West to use his nation as a freaking base for the West to continue to come out here and use that to penetrate the Sahel and to destabilize Burkina Faso, who we all see is out here making moves, true moves of honor.
Yeah, and that Ouattara is actually giving them ideas of how to do so. I have a pathway from my country to that country. I can do it for you.
I don't think there's free speech in Ivory Coast, because if there was free speech, true free speech, I think these Ivorians would come out here and hold their leader accountable, or at least stand up to him and say, look here, the whole of Africa is blaming us Ivorians for partaking in these freaking attempts against the Captain of Africa.
Yes.
Please, Ouattara, what is the deal here? We don't want that. We love this particular individual. But the Ivorians are quiet. So, is there free speech there? Or are the Ivorians sleeping? Where are the Ivorians?
They are just busy with football. They're busy with soccer, waiting for the African Cup. That's it.
Why do you blame Ivory Coast? Why do you blame Ivory Coast? Africans must rise up. So far, Ivory Coast is so far ahead of Burkina Faso. Keep quiet, Dan. You have to think before you speak here. You're speaking to the rules. I think it's your first time for you to know me. Trust me. Go to TikTok, go to Instagram, go to X. You see what we're about. We don't entertain people who don't want to think for themselves. But although we do welcome robust conversation, he says divide and conquer. Why do you blame Ivory Coast? I just said it. If you have an ear, you will hear. We just said we know what Alassane Ouattara is doing.
Yes.
He's working with that particular Michael Langley to continue to give the West or the US a base, a place for them to conduct their freaking military operations over there. We all know. And it's not just Ivory Coast, it's Benin too. You understand? They have constructed a runway there that's almost 3,000 meters long, where these supposed French agents land there and conduct the freaking operations, the training exercises. Everybody knows this, Dan. And we, as Africans who believe Africa is one country, whether we were born in the Democratic Republic of Congo, but we grew up in South Africa, we spent time in Nigeria, we know Kenya, we know Zimbabwe, we know Rwanda, we know Sierra Leone, doesn't matter. We consider Africa as one country.
Yeah.
We come out here and hold any part of African people responsible if they're out here doing things, whether it's directly or indirectly, that goes against the spirit of Pan-Africanism and African unity and African progress, against imperialism, bro. Against imperialism. Yeah. Whether you like it or not is the truth you must hear. Whether you like it or not is the truth that I have no control over. It's the truth that comes out of my mouth. I'm extremely talkative and I'm very passionate about this.
Yes.
Yes.
We stand with Burkina Faso and we stand with Ibrahim Traore.
Yes, we stand with Burkina Faso, we stand with Ibrahim Traore. How's the sound, by the way? Somebody's asking me what kind of mic are you using?
The sound is good.
Is something wrong? Is something wrong with my mic, brother? Can you guys hear me properly? I don't know why this person is taking an interest into knowing what type of mic I'm using. It's a Shure mic. Everybody knows this mic. This is the industry mic. Is it okay?
Yeah, good.
The sound is good, my brother. Just focus on the content, focus on that which that we are saying. Do not be distracted. This is a time of revolution, bro. This is a time of revolution. If you can hear me, that's it. That's all that it takes, bro. Don't worry about no freaking mic out here. Sure, mic. There you go. That's a free promo. Anywho. It's beautiful to see how Captain Ibrahim Traore landed in Russia with that plane. Putin was there. I see him already having meetings with the president of Venezuela.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
The respect that they give Captain Ibrahim Traore because they understand what he represents is amazing to watch.
And the fact that he actually, knowing all of these things are happening, the attempts on his life is happening, he went to Victory Day because this is one of the most important days for Russia. This is
one of their closest allies.
Yes, one of their closest allies, and this is Russia's most sacred holiday that they do this parade on. So the fact that he left Burkina Faso during this, it's amazing.
As a revolutionary, you cannot cower down just because there are attempts on your life.
Yeah.
As a revolutionary leader, you need to show strength. You need to be strong. Don't just be out here trying to show it. You actually need to be strong. Some strength is required out here.
Yeah.
You understand? So despite their agenda, despite them wanting to come out here and eliminate him, because that's what they're trying to do. 20 coups is not for just coups to take office. They're actually trying to eliminate him.
Yeah.
You have to be strong in their faces. You cannot cower down when you're out here. He says it. He understands the mission. He understands the commitment. He understands that he's out here. And he understands what it implies. He knows what happened in 1987 with Thomas Sankara. He knows.
That is not going to happen to Ibrahim Traore. He will fulfill what he is saying in Burkina Faso and Mali and Niger and the rest of Africa.
We, the African people, have a responsibility to stand for Ibrahim Traore. We need to be extremely loud. We need to let these freaking people know that we stand with him and that we understand your agendas. We know the past. We are awake now. We know what you did in Libya with Gaddafi. We know what you did with Patrice Lumumba. We know. We're not stupid.
Yes.
Anybody out here trying to freaking deny this is insane. It's insane. You are insane if you're out here trying to deny this. If you can't even see it, you are insane.
In denial completely.
You are probably just as guilty as these freaking folks who are out here with this freaking agenda. You know? Captain Ibrahim Traore is the only respected. Look, it's about the youth, right? We're the youth, we're the Gen Zs. Yes, I'm still a youth. I know I've got gray hair here, but I'm young at heart. I'm 12. Can't you hear my tone? We're the youth, we're the Gen Zs. Yes, I am a Gen Z. I don't care, I'm young. I don't care if you think I'm old. We're the Gen Zs, we are the future, and we want Captain Ibrahim Traore. We want him. We wish all the leaders in Africa had the guts, had the vision. That's why, because we like to give credit where credit is due. Sorry, my people. Let me say this to you guys. I hope the tone is not too much for you guys. I hope you guys are mature enough to be listening to what I'm saying. You know, some people cannot listen for too long.
Because of the tone
They're like,
is much too much for the
"Ma'am,
ears, yeah.
Can you give my ears a break?
Yeah.
This guy has been yapping for 30 minutes straight. Can you give my ears a break?
But just understand the message.
Okay, let me slow it down a little bit so that your brain can keep up a little bit. Not to insult you guys, I know you guys can take it. Since we're talking about giving credit where credit is due, what I loved recently, I heard something very beautiful coming out of Botswana. The newly elected president of Botswana, who's 54 years old, who's not a regular traditional old grandpa to come out here and take office. Him who took the initiative to appoint young, fresh blood into his cabinet.
Yes.
The new president of Botswana. I hope you guys know where Botswana is. If you don't know, I don't know where you guys are joining us from, but Botswana has the highest population of elephants, okay, in the world. Elephants all over the place. But anyway, Botswana. He came out here, the leader of Botswana, saying, the way the system is designed, it's very hard to get anything done. Because things have to be approved and approved and approved and approved. So many committees, so many rules and regulations. When you want to get things done here in Botswana, it takes a long time. And I have a lot that I want to accomplish for the people of Botswana and Africa as a whole. I will do my utmost best to make sure that I start dismantling the system that's designed, that's put in place here, that's making it hard for change.
Yes.
You know, because things take years to come into fruition. For this to be approved, for that to be approved. The president of Botswana is out here saying the system itself is what needs to change. We need to be able to these democratic systems that they have over there, we need to be able to execute on our visions and implement them immediately. So, because we all know words are just words.
Yeah.
Action speaks louder than words. In Botswana, our new leader there is complaining against the system.
Yes.
And that is true.
What I think the system is, it's much like the African in cultures, because they say that before someone does something, a youth does something, they have to go to the elders, and the elders want to have the approval. It's the same thing that happens in the government system.
Yes.
Because in those high positions, they are older people, and they want to have the final say. And with them, they need to take their naps, they need to go for their teas. Hey.
The same thing that happens on a social and cultural level in Africa, where the young men must come and ask for permission or perhaps bow down to the elders. They bring that shit to work. They bring that shit into the government institutions and all that kind of crap. But I was very happy to hear that from that particular leader of Botswana. And we will continue to support him because we keep hearing a message of Pan-Africanism there. We want leaders in Africa that are out here to think for the entire Africa, not these puppets that are out here restricted purposefully only to these small little parts of Africa. Like Puppet Ruto. Hello. Do we have any Kenyans in the building? William Ruto. That one used to talk a big game before he got into office.
He's a completely different person now that he's actually a so-called head of state.
That's not a head of state. That's a puppet of note. Like the US like to come out here. Give that puppet a state visit so that we can tell him, not persuade him, not negotiate, so that we can tell him to send some of his Kenyans to Haiti. Yeah. The puppet that loves to lie and fly.
Hey.
Of Kenya. We love the people of Kenya because the Gen Zs of Kenya think, and we can say that in Kenya, although that free speech is suppressed, the Gen Zs of Kenya don't give a crap. They'll still be out here making sure that their voices are heard.
Yes.
You know, there's funny things also happening in Kenya where there's a lot of freaking abductions and all that kind of stuff too. Anybody that wants to stand up to the freaking administration of William Ruto, you understand, they're out here abducting. Just like that documentary came out, Blood Parliament.
Yes.
That says everything about the protest that happened in 2024 regarding that finance bill.
And they are keeping that quiet. They are suppressing that Blood Parliament documentary.
Because it exposes the police brutality things that were happening during those protests.
Yes.
All those unaliving things that was happening there because of police brutality in that Nairobi, in that Kenya. These puppets will do anything to stay in power. See these puppets here? If I catch you having respect for some of these freaking puppets, man, I will not respect you. You have to see, you have to have the man's eye. You don't even need the man's eye for this. Some of these things are so freaking obvious. What is Paul Biya doing at 92 years old as the head of state of Cameroon? That's a grandpa. That guy belongs in an old age home.
And that is not an insult, for goodness sake. That is the actual reality.
Look, you can't be too sensitive here if you want change. If you want change, you need to grow up. If you want change, you need to hear. Even as a Cameroonian, we sympathize with the Cameroonian people because that free speech is also suppressed over there.
Yeah.
So we come out here and we make sure that we speak for them. We are unapologetic about this stuff. Paul Biya is too old to be the president of Cameroon. And he's still intending to run again at 92 years old. Been in power for 42 years. And Ibrahim Traore has accomplished more than Paul Biya. Ibrahim Traore has only been there for 3 years. He's accomplished more than this puppet has accomplished in 42 years. Come on. This is a freaking curse or what? These people are wicked. Yes. They're out here to stay in these positions for decades, what millions of Africans, while millions of people are living a crap life with no water, no infrastructure, no education, poor health care, all of the freaking above.
The actual bare minimum where human rights are not being taken care of.
People are being unalived in Africa from sicknesses that you can cure easily. Easily. But these puppets have the audacity to be living in France, in Switzerland, while their people are suffering in that country there in Africa, in that Cameroon. Oh my goodness. Paul Biya, you need to step down. You are too old. We need fresh young blood in Cameroon. Change needs to come to Cameroon. Cameroonians, I know that you cannot speak. Don't worry, the rules is here. We will speak for you. We know that change needs to come to Cameroon. We are not up for what's going on there, for what's been going on there for decades. Let's take it to Museveni, to Uganda. The Ugandan peoples, especially the ones in the north, are also living a poor life over there. Hello, puppets. This is Unapologetic. Welcome to the era of Ibrahim Traore, a spirit of Pan-Africanism, a spirit of coming out here unapologetically and speaking the truth. You puppets need to leave office. Understand what I'm saying? 42 years or 40 years as the leader of Uganda. Museveni, what have you accomplished?
Yeah.
What have you accomplished? If anything, you're still intertwined with a lot of crap that's happening there in the Great Lakes with your neighboring country, Rwanda, who's also got another one over there, the sophisticated one. That one is the sophisticated part of it, I like to call. That one, 25 years in power, is the leader of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, out here for 30 years. 30 years backing a freaking militant group to continue to destabilize East Congo, and 15 million Congolese have lost their lives in the last freaking 30 years. You want to respect a puppet? You are out here giving these freaking puppet excuses. It's ridiculous.
It is, but
It's
no,
freaking
Patrick.
ridiculous.
No, Patrick. They are not. They are not supporting a rebel group. How? They are not doing that. All the reports are saying no. Rwanda does not.
What report? That report from the United Nations, that resolution, that 2773
Yes.
clearly states that they are working with that freaking M23 rebel group.
But according to all Rwandese, no, we do not support.
The Rwandese also don't have free speech in that Kigali. They are just like the Cameroonians. At least the Cameroonians we expect, because the Cameroonians are not out here making excuses. The Rwandese will be out here saying, PK for life, just for saying that, because they know that they don't actually have all those natural resources that they claim to have there in that Kigali. They
Yes.
don't have it.
Nothing at all.
They don't have it. They've been looting from the Democratic Republic of Congo for 3 decades. They've been looting. They've been looting from the creme de la creme.
Yeah.
The creme de la creme of the Democratic Republic of Congo, the richest country on the planet. Talking about the richest country on the planet, talking about the DRC, yes, you've all heard that Felix Tshisekedi, the current president, wants to enter into a minerals deal with the USA. So, we need to watch these puppets of the DRC. I am from the DRC. I'm Congolese. I was born there. I consider myself African first,
Yes.
right? Yes, because a lot of Africans have the tendency, when you hit them below the belt with the truth, regardless whether they're from South Africa or Rwanda or Cameroon or wherever the freaking hell, they want to come out here and say, talk about your own country first. Hey, Africa is one country, but I was born in DRC. But we've been very vocal about the types of corruption that also exist in the DRC. We don't take it easy, especially on our own. We start with them. The level of corruption in Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo.
Yeah, it is too much. The fact that that country is so poor in its daily life is, you cannot comprehend.
The fact that the people are living a poor life while we're sitting on gold in the Democratic Republic of Congo,
Yeah.
is so wicked. It's evil. These puppets are evil. These puppets are out here to steal the natural resources of Congo and to build their own homes in Europe. That's what these puppets do. Felix Tshisekedi, the only reason why he's now taking initiative in his second year is to try to forge some form of relation to try to end that freaking war, is because of this freaking invasion. And this invasion by M23 in East Congo has taken the lives of over, I think it's 7,000 to 8,000 people since January. Since January, around close to 10,000 people have lost their lives in Congo because of these puppets. You know what's so funny? These same puppets, and in this particular case, I'm referring to Rwanda, the same Paul Kagame who was here at the beginning of this freaking chaos since those 1996.
Yes.
It's still the same people we're hearing from here, wanting to give us solutions and explanations for what crap is happening there. I always find that very, very funny.
Yeah.
This is the same puppets that are responsible for this. But it's the same puppets out here wanting to tell us, you cannot do this, you cannot. For 3 decades, we keep hearing from the same puppets. For 3 decades, 15 million Congolese people have lost their lives in the meantime. But we have these freaking puppets out here wanting to give us solutions. The same puppets that are responsible for this. Increíble.
Yes.
And it's still the same Rwanda that's out here wanting to enter into talks to say, USA, you can send us your despicable humans.
The fact you still say despicable humans and then you still want to release it as a foreign minister to say we are in talks with US to receive migrants. What are you thinking, Rwanda?
Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State of the US, did not mix his words when he came out here to say, we are looking for third world country who will take in these despicable humans. as a favor to the United States. We, the US, want these despicable humans far away from America. Despicable humans, these are some of the worst kind. Some of the worst kind. We're looking for third world country who are willing to take them, to house them, to host them. Rwanda is in talks. This Rwanda has the tendency to just come out here and do crap, huh? They did the same thing with UK.
Yeah.
They tried it with Denmark. None of these deals has ever really come into fruition. They've never really materialized. But here they are again in talks, all because they worship money.
Hey.
They have no freaking morals, man, no values. They don't think like Captain Ibrahim Traore to be out here to do things that have integrity. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You'll never hear Captain Ibrahim Traore agree to any freaking deal to take in despicable humans into Burkina Faso.
You first fight the fact that you are calling these people despicable anyway. Yeah, they've done things, horrible things, but to say to the world that these are despicable human beings from a government official is also crazy.
DCF, you have to just keep listening to what I'm saying. If you don't like it, you can bounce. You can leave the freaking chat. You can leave the live, okay? DCF. I don't know what that freaking DCF stands for. You come out here with no profile pic, with no real name, and you just want to talk crap. These are the types of people I like to just immediately block. You understand what I'm saying? Don't come out here and waste the comments section. There's some decent people here. Don't bring despicable comments here, okay? Focus on African politics, not American ones. Look at this fool here. Listen, fool, we've been here from the very beginning praising the work that Ibrahim Traore is doing. And at the same time, we are calling out these freaking puppets who are the reason why Africa is where it is today. Look at the state of your Africa. Where are you from? You understand what I'm saying? Don't come up here with, look, if you have nothing to say, just keep listening while the rule is speaking. You understand? Here we're very, very arrogant. We are very, very, very arrogant over here. You understand what I'm saying? We will tell you what you need to hear. And you can bounce with it or you can sit down there or whatever. These are the ones. You see this mindset here?
Yes.
This type of mindset is the type of puppets that are leading these nations. They'll come out here and ignore issues.
Yes.
Ignore issues, never wanting to look within. We're out here calling out these freaking puppets, but this one doesn't even have the mind to hear it. We're out here calling out our own leader in Congo, the corruption in Congo. But he's still out here saying, focus on American politics. Focus on African politics. Don't focus on... Look, be careful, boy. Anywho, let's entertain some comments there. Any cool comment out there?
Yes. Let me just go. It's been a few.
Let me see. Okay, people, it's time for you to really say some things. Patrick, keep going on with your speech. You're doing great. Thank you, Philip. Appreciate the support. That's all I need. Just one comment. Let me go on.
Philip has been good the entire chat.
Yes, let me go on. So, okay, let's before Captain Ibrahim Traore is the only president in Africa. Okay, let's say that, and then let's go back to Rwanda.
Yes.
Understand what I'm saying?
Yes, of course.
Captain Ibrahim Traore reserves the right for us to disrupt any freaking conversation we're having about any topic, and you just say his name.
Yeah.
And then you say, okay. And then you go back to your other conversation. You can literally come out here, be talking about the stupidity that Rwanda is trying to exercise here by taking in despicable humans, and then you just block it. You stop it, bang, and you say, Captain Ibrahim Traore is the great.
Yes.
Rwanda, or Rwandese rather, I know that you Rwandese don't have the free speech you wish you had. I know that you Rwandese don't have the free speech you claim to have. Don't worry. As much as you guys think I'm always out here coming out at you, we actually love you. We know that you Rwandese don't want any form of despicable humans in Kigali. Because you've always been out here bragging about how clean and safe Kigali is. Surely the Rwandese don't want these despicable migrants or immigrants to come to Kigali. Doesn't matter how strong your army is, doesn't matter how disciplined they are, doesn't matter how well you can manage the whole situation. Doesn't matter how well you can host them. Does not matter. If America itself, the America, can be wanting to get rid of these people, the America, if they themselves who are able to come out here with different means, they produce weaponry and all this stuff. If they themselves says, we want them far away from America as possible, please, you a small little Rwanda here, you can't come out here and act tough and say, we'll take them, we'll house them.
Take them and house them and rehabilitate them. Rehabilitating them, these despicable humans, is another sort of a story. And putting them into your daily society, working society. No way.
No way, and I'll tell you why. We all know, everybody knows here, including you, DCF, we all know that Rwanda has the tendency to go across state lines. Those Hutus who left Rwanda in 1994 to seek refuge in East Congo, who we are now talking about here now as FDLR, has created a mess for the last 30 years. So it's responsible of us Congolese to come out here and show concern.
Yes.
When Rwanda comes out here entertaining talks of taking in despicable humans. We don't want no freaking El Salvadorian people to come out here across state lines into East Congo, into Kivu, and start messing with our women. You understand what I'm saying? And before you know it, you start seeing these little El Salvadorian kids. Hey, you, where you from? You Colombian looking like boy. Where you from, you? Why you have tattoos already at 9 years old? Where'd you get these tattoos from? What the hell? These people are out here changing the freaking demographic of East Congo. This is not what we signed up for. All because these people have the tendency to then start blaming. I bet you if these Rwandese did that, and then there was some form of prison break, and these freaking despicable humans ended up pouring into Congo, they'll still come out here with freaking explanations and expect the whole freaking world to understand them. At the end of the day, Philip, let me tell them, at the end of the day, that freaking chaos that we have in Congo over there is because we, the Congolese people, took you in 1994. You guys were having a freaking dispute between the Hutus and the Twas and the Tutsis in Rwanda. The Congolese people took you in. Almost 3 million of them. We took you in. And this is how they repay us? With arrogance.
No way, it's not going to stand.
Arrogance.
Yeah.
So, although we are Pan-Africanists, we also believe in calling a spade and hitting you below the belt if needs be. The truth is we cannot change what we don't acknowledge. And we need to be true with ourselves and say, listen here, if we're going to unite, we cannot unite apples and oranges. You guys need to be called out on your crap here every once in a while. And you are welcome to call us on our crap too. We are calling out our crap corrupt leaders.
Yes.
We are calling out our crap corrupt leaders in Congo. We know that whole mess, that political situation. Ibrahim Traore is the greatest president in Africa. We're calling out all our corrupt leaders in Congo. You understand what I'm saying? We know that even Félix Tshisekedi, who's the head of state of the DRC Congo right now, he was installed there because he was working with Nanga, who's the head of M23. He was working with Joseph Kabila, who is a Rwandi, by the way, a rebel of note, who was also installed there after his father was taken out.
Yes.
We know that Rwanda has the tendency to come out here and want to install puppets in the Congolese government so that that particular puppet can work for their interest. We also know that Rwanda relies a lot on the natural resources of Congo. We don't know what Rwanda would do without the natural resources of Congo. Now that there's a potential deal here between the DRC and the US, a legitimate one. Don't get us wrong. We know that even this particular West has been benefiting from the looting that's been happening in Congo for 3 decades.
For sure.
But America now will have, hopefully, and hopefully it works in the interest of the Congolese people, a legitimate route into acquiring these natural resources. We want that to work. A lot of people are unhappy. A lot of people don't like the fact that this freaking deal is about to go in, is about to work.
Yes.
Because a lot of people's pockets are threatened.
They don't want their personal life, their personal goals to go out the window.
Including that France.
Yes.
and it's reserved. There's a lot of gold there in France that belongs to Congo. There's a lot of gold there in France that belongs to Burkina Faso, that belongs to Mali, that belongs to many African countries out here. You understand? A lot of these people were all benefiting, and they probably still are benefiting from the looting, of Congo. And we all know, everybody knows this. Even DCF, I'm sure you should know this. You insisted that I speak on African politics. You should know this freaking fact. The fact is this: Africa will never be liberated until the Congo is liberated. The success of the entire African continent depends on the liberation of the heart of Africa, the creme de la creme, the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Yes.
The truth. It's not to say that the Congolese people are better than anybody else. No, it's not. The truth is the natural resources that exist in Central Africa, in that equatorial region in Congo, can be developed, especially that Congo River or that Congo Basin can be developed in such a way that it will be profitable for the whole of Africa. The whole of Africa. Yes. Hello, people. Hello. Somebody said, Patrick, continue on with his speech. Continue on with your speech. You're doing great. So I had to keep going. Yeah, well, that is the truth. By the way, if you're just joining us now, we are here to make sure that we echo this beautiful sentiment, this beautiful arrival of Captain Ibrahim Traore into Russia.
The beautiful red carpet moment.
The red carpet.
Yes.
You understand? Bring out the red carpet for the Captain of Africa, the president of Africa. Do you understand?
That's a beautiful thing, man. Ibrahim Traore, president of Africa.
Yes.
Yay.
We are not out here counting any freaking ballots. We're not out here saying that because of some certain democratic election. We, the African people ourselves, we decide already that he is the president of Africa. As a Congolese person, that's my president.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And hopefully, if you have the mind, if you don't like the state of the current Africa, you too will be out here unapologetically to support what he represents. What he represents. This is not about idealizing a human being. This is not about that. This is about what Captain Ibrahim Traore represents. Do yourself a favor and think deeper on this.
Yeah, because a lot of people are saying following Ibrahim Traore is like a cult. It's following him as in because we're idolizing him as a man. No, it's not. It's the message he's trying to push.
Those are small minds.
Exactly. Yes, we are not. We are saying we don't want the same things to happen to him as what happened to Thomas Sankara. No.
Ibrahim Jabi, Africa must unite. Yes, Africa must unite, and it can only also unite if we continue to come out here and be extremely vocal and teach people like Zender. Zender, who's out here saying, the president of Africa, are you beyond nuts? Yes, I'm beyond nuts. You and I don't operate in the same level. Do you understand? I'm too nuts for you. When I speak, it's completely confusing for you. You can never understand the rules. We operate in different leagues. Yes. I'm too complicated for you, bro. I say Africa is one country. And when I say Africa is one country, it means I'm Nigerian. I'm Moroccan. I'm Ethiopian.
Yes.
Yes, I'm Rwandese. I'm South African. I'm Burkinabe. You understand? Because I'm African first. I was born in DRC, Congo, but I'm African first. So therefore, I'm Namibian. You understand, Zender? Yes, I don't believe in that freaking 1884 that you are married to, that you are committed to.
Those fake lines that were drawn.
You see? The rooting, we're talking about mental liberation. Mental liberation. Some of them are freaking stubborn.
Yeah.
They are so stubborn in everything they've ever known. They don't have the capacity. They love the spirit of competition. They're like some of these black South Africans that come out here and say South Africa is the best. Some of these Rwandese that come out here and say Rwanda is the best. Visit Rwanda. No, Africa is one country.
Yeah. Because ever since those lines were drawn in 1884, I mean, there's just been just turmoil in Africa where Africans against themselves are fighting themselves for little pieces of land. And this was all created by the West.
Yes. Listen, you have an opportunity here to be on the right side of the truth, on the right side of history. You understand? We're not going to beg your small little mind to come out here and understand why African unity is the only solution we have as Africans. If you can't get it, you'll miss this freaking train. Actually, you don't have a choice. We will continue to do what we need to do as Africans, as Pan-Africanists, and to continue to push a message of unity. You understand what I'm saying? I love going to Sierra Leone and landing in Freetown at Lungi Airport, get on one of those ferries and go into Freetown and see my Sierra Leonean people.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? I love going to Abuja, to Nigeria, land in Lagos, go to Ikoyi stay at one of these nice hotels and feel the African spirit, the African culture. I love my Nigerian people. I love sometimes taking time to go to Johannesburg, Gauteng in Sandton, at Mandan, and at Sandton Square. Take pictures with the South Africans, travel all the way to the mother city, climb Table Mountain, go to Robben Island, go shop diving in Gansbaai. I love that. I love it, especially when I go to Ethiopia in Addis Ababa and I see the beautiful black individuals.
Yes.
So black, so dark, so tall, standing like a work of art. Oh my goodness. Ethiopian people are so beautiful. I love the creme de la creme of the Democratic Republic of Congo. I love the Ghanaians. Hello, Ghana. I saw you protesting on the 30th of April in solidarity with Ibrahim Traore. Much love to you guys. I love Morocco. Moroccan buffs. I love Moroccan buffs. I love it. I love those Egypt. I love those pyramids. You understand what I'm saying? We out here. We love Mozambique. Hello, Mozambique. Hello, Maputo. We know that Frelimo party must fall.
Yes, Frelimo must go.
Corrupt to the core, that particular party, that Frelimo party that's been in power since 1975, since Independence Day, must fall. At least we are happy that somehow Venancio, who the people want in Mozambique, somehow he met with that Daniel Chapo, just because we don't want people to be unalived. No more unaliving. We are hoping that these puppets of the Great Lakes will also see themselves somehow, and so that people can stop being unalived. We love Africa, do you understand? And we will continue to see Africa as one country. One country. Captain Ibrahim Traore is the only president in Africa, you were saying?
No, that is what it is. Africa is one country, and we should start looking at it like that. That is it. That is the only way we can actually succeed and get the West out. Stand for ourselves, get the production things going, manufacturing things for ourselves in Africa, creating our own money stream.
I love this question by Date, who says, how do the Northern Arabs fit into Pan-Africanism? We have work to do with North Africa. Don't worry, we've been vocal, especially on some North African countries there, to say, you are not Arab. Okay, you can be Arab, whatever, but descendant and all that. But you're African, huh? You're in an African continent. Yes. Stop sidelining yourself. We love what Morocco did, at least, because Morocco came out here to acknowledge the confederation somehow. Because the confederation that consists of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger is landlocked.
Yes.
And before that, they used to go through, I believe it was Ghana, to get to the sea. But Morocco is out here trying to create something that will allow the confederation to access the Atlantic.
Yes, they're they're giving them access to the ports in Morocco.
Yes. So that, and then I think they'll build a silver road or something they'll build there or something, but that's a Northern African country. Libya, so sorry for Libya because of this freaking West, what they did in 2010 there with that puppet of a cheerleader called Obama. Listen, look here, this is the truth here. If you don't like it, I don't care. But Libya, oh my gosh, when will Libya fix itself? Yeah, but you are right, my brother. These North African people, we want them a part of our African unity, but we're not going to beg anybody to unite. We're not going to beg anybody. If you don't want to, it's your loss.
An epiphany will come to them.
Yes. But also speaking about this African unity, there's a form of African unity already that exists. That's why you see the whole world coming out here, uniting, standing in solidarity with Captain Ibrahim Traore.
Yes.
So it's there. It's still a small mushroom. It needs to blossom.
Yes.
Yes, it needs to grow. And it can only grow if you people If some of you people are doing great, some of you people we love, some of people already have the IQ, you understand these things, you want this, you are for love, you're not for evil. Some of you people understand. But there are some young minds here that we are hoping would get an epiphany and understand that it was all about dividing us and ruling us. You know what I'm saying? Divide and rule. That's what's happening between Congo and Rwanda. Different ethnicity group. I am a Tutsi. I have a long nose. I am a Hutu.
Please.
La 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 la. I am this, I'm Twa. Congo, how many ethnicity groups? 450. They set in that freaking Berlin, King Leopold, as they did it. Divide them. Use these freaking physical things on them to separate them.
And that is what they are still...
They'll hold it dear.
Yes, they still live by that. No, you cannot be Hutu. You cannot be Hutu. Your nose. No.
Listen, the fact is this. Africa is one country. And whether you disagree with me or not, whether you like me or not, I love you. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. Some of you guys haven't been told that you are loved in a long time. especially by a masculine activist that's out here with a tone. This is not, we don't swing that way, but there's a spirit of brotherhood up in here. You understand? DCF, I don't care if you disagree with me, but you're going to take it with you today wherever you go. You must know that the rules loves you. It's just hard on me because he wants us to unite. For far too long, we the African people haven't been able to accomplish anything because of these freaking imperialistic countries. And we need to be out here displaying the same courage and boldness that Captain Ibrahim Traore is doing, no matter what it takes. No matter what it takes. We love you too, bro. Oh, thank you so much, my guy. Muji, much love to you. Guys, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Surely you can see the time that we've taken here to express ourselves in a real and authentic way. The least you can do for us is please hit the like button. Get these likes to 200. You need to get these likes to 200 because there's 200 of you guys here.
Yes.
Yes, please. It will share. If you believe in what I'm saying, if you are for African unity, if you love Ibrahim Traore, please hit the like button. Push this out there. Let it go. We're trying to grow this account to higher heights. To higher heights.
To spread more about Africa, and exposing these puppets and being a voice for the voiceless, ending the human rights atrocities that are happening in Africa.
Africa is beautiful, huh?
Of course, man.
Africa is the future. We have everything. You know, you heard about these blackouts that are happening in Europe. There was a lot of blackouts that were happening, I think about 3 or 4 days ago.
Hey.
Certain cities, just blackouts.
Hey.
Why are these blackouts happening? Energy.
So Niger has taken its toll on France, huh?
I'm telling you that France is in need of that uranium. They need that uranium to power up their power plants over there. Because, you know, the amount of uranium that France used to take out of Niger not only made France able to sustain itself and to provide energy and electricity for itself, but France could then take that and sell it to the rest of the freaking world. They are one of the highest people that were out here selling that energy or that power. All because they were taking it for dirt cheap in Niger. You know what I'm saying? The same uranium that they used to buy from Canada for like 200 euros, they'll get it for less than a freaking euro in Niger. Niger and even Mali right now, they are making a lot of money now because they've decisively come out here and stopped paying those colonial debts.
Yeah, they're keeping it and reinventing themselves.
So that is that. You guys are the bomb. Newton. What up, Newton? What are you doing, my brother? Much love to you. Thank you very much for your support and your kind words. We do our best. Continue to pray for us. Continue to support the channel, guys. Support the channel.
Much love, Newton. Thank you so much.
You will always get authenticity here. We'll do our best to respect the algorithm and not to do things that will sabotage the account, but we will do our best to remain authentic and always speak in ways that you appreciate in a way that is true. At the same time, we're always up for robust conversations. If you don't follow us on X, please, it's still the same name, Rule Like Patrick, on X, on TikTok. TikTok is crazy over there. You guys should go to those TikToks. There's a lot of young minds on TikToks that need liberation. You understand? That's why we're on TikTok too. Follow us on Instagram and all that kind of thing. But we love this YouTube. We'll always be here on YouTube. Yes, we do our best. I have a feeling Traore, the Barrett military group maker, will meet the same fate as Your feeling is rebuked.
No
You
way.
understand, Xander?
Never will happen, Xander.
Your feelings are rebuked and they will never happen because long live Captain Ibrahim Traore.
Always.
And you should be ashamed of yourself to even come out here and say this kind of crap because you even tried some similar crap at the beginning. I don't know if you're looking for attention or whatever, but that will never happen. You understand what I'm saying?
Ibrahim Traore is protected. We are against what is happening, what happened to Thomas Sankara.
There's a small mind here, when I say Africa is one country, there's a small mind here that feels the need to think it will correct me by saying, Africa is a continent the last time I checked. But okay, my friend, we're talking about in the mind, we're talking about the sentiment, we're talking about the spirit. Why is it a continent? Yes, it can be a continent, but it's still one country. No borders. That's the aim here. That's what we're saying here. No borders. We should accept one another and not live in a spirit of competition. You know, it's only these folks that haven't had the privilege or the means or the blessing, the grace from above, the gift to travel through Africa that are out here not understanding the beauty that exists also in this African unity that we want. If you've had the chance, like the rules, to travel through Africa, man, you'll come out here and say there's more to life than my small little part of Africa.
Yes, man. Africa is such a huge and beautiful country. It has to unite, but we just need to eradicate itself from the puppets.
Have you ever been to Sierra Leone, bro? Have you ever been to Freetown? Have you ever been to Ghana? Have you ever been to Lagos? Have you ever been to Cape of Good Hope? Let me take him all the way down there.
Yes.
Simonstown, Cape Town, Western Cape. Have you ever been to Cape of Good Hope? Have you ever gone shark diving in Horns Bay? Have you ever been to Saldanha Bay? Have you ever been to Port Elizabeth in the east, in Cape Town? Have you ever stood on top of Table Mountain and looked at the mother city? As a Congolese person or as a Nigerian or as a person from Egypt, from anywhere.
Yeah.
There's no way you can sit on Table Mountain and not appreciate it, not love it, and not want to be able to come in there whenever you want and to have this spirit of unity. Have you ever been to Ethiopia and sat there and ate with your hands and just chill out there and feel the culture? Have you ever been to Kinshasa, to Congo? Man, there are places here in the DRC that people don't even know exist.
And feel the vibe of the Congolese.
These are the same people here who will be very quick to say, you know, you have to travel. Traveling is the best education you can do for yourself. Go out there and see the world. I haven't met people who've gone out there and seen the world and experienced different culture, people who are multicultural. I've never seen such people come out here and want to insist that there be borders. Especially Africans. You understand what I'm saying? When Black South Africa comes out here and sometimes exercise this spirit of Afrophobia, it's because a lot of them, majority of Black South Africa hasn't had the need to travel. That's why they say, we are not poor. Poor people are the ones who are desperate, so they leave their country to come to other people's country. We've never been in such a position to seek asylum. You understand what I'm saying? So please, you, Makwere, you must leave South Africa, you must go back to your country. These freaking South Africans, you understand what I'm saying? They piss me off when they come out and say stuff like that.
I'm just laughing at this walk.
That's how they be walking too. We don't want any foreigners in our country. South Africa belongs to South Africans only. Shut up. You still have whites-only towns in South Africa. Since 1991, Orania, those whites-only towns, those Afrikaners came out here and established whites-only towns. Black South Africa, you have work to do.
And
you see what I'm saying?
And those supposed management of the white-only towns insist that it's not a racial issue, when we all know it is. And the fact that it's still happening, that we are not fighting against that situation is ridiculous. And some of the Black South Africa, they are just saying, no, leave them be. They are not bothering us. They should bother you.
Look at this fool here. Better than black-only towns. Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. Your impression of them is hilarious. It's the truth, Colin. These people will be out here. Go back to Zimbabwe. Go back to your own country. I'm like, shut up. You don't own the means of production of South Africa. The Mulungu, or rather the Muzungu, still owns it. You have work to do. Speaking about South Africa, let's take a little bit of a deep dive down there. Julius Malema is the only leader in South Africa. Do we have any South Africans in the building? No, we don't have. You know why we don't have any South Africans here?
Because it's weekend.
Because it's Friday.
Yes.
They're out there freaking drinking.
They're out there, the shebeens.
Yes. I bet you if they were here, they'd be talking. Hey, leave South Africa alone. It's you again. Rules. The rules. Can you leave us alone? Especially on TikTok, they'll be talking too much. They're not out here because they're out here drinking. It's weekend special. Like Brenda Fassie sang for them down there.
Yes.
They'll be drinking, man. They're not interested into dismantling those freaking apartheid regime that still exists there in South Africa. These ones, you shouldn't beat around the bush when you call them out like this, because when you have certain freaking movements or parties there called Cape Independence who are out here to divide South Africa, to annex the Western Cape, that's the spirit of apartheid. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That UK-born national called Phil Craig, who's there in South Africa wanting to annex Western Cape. Oh, this is for the preservation of the African culture. We want to be able to do our own thing because we don't like what the government of South Africa, this black South Africa, is governing. We don't like the way that they are governing. So we need our own freaking state here.
Even the fact that he's saying he wants to keep hold of the African culture. Who are you, British person? Go away.
A UK-born national. And he's not even a citizen of South Africa. He only has a permanent residence.
Yes.
Yeah, but he's out here doing that. And Black South Africa is quiet. Anyway, we like Julius Malema. We like the EFF because those people, when they speak, their message is not restricted to only what's good for South Africa. It's for the entire Alkabulane, for the entire Africa.
Yeah.
Yes, somebody came out here and said, Ibrahim Traore is the president. Julius Malema is the vice president of Africa, of my country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
EFF, that's correct.
Yes, EFF. Yes, EFF. We love Julius Malema. And this freaking UK that came out here to deny his visa, You see that freaking UK? Julius Malema was supposed to be in UK by tomorrow.
Yes.
To deliver a speech at a certain university. But they denied his entry there and they're blaming it on the freaking process. Even the commissioner of whatever that visa place came out here and released a freaking statement and blamed the system or holidays here and there. We all know it was politically motivated. Because
course.
they don't like it when Julius Malema comes out there and tells them the freaking truth to their faces.
Because he says it unapologetically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last time he was there visiting some of those institutions, he really went there and he told them the freaking truth about the means of production and the fact that Britain still has a strong hold on this supposed new South Africa that they have here.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? And you Britain, you must give back the things you took through colonialism. If truly this is a new age, if we are truly independent and off the shackles of all this thing, you need to. They don't like it when Julius Malema comes out here and tells them the freaking truth. That's why politically motivated, they came out here to deny his visa. But who gives a crap about that, man? His message still goes on. This will never affect the political career of Julius Malema. You're dealing with a political animal who was born for this.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? When people are born for something, when people are chosen for something, there's nothing you freaking puppets can do, whether you're imperialistic or a puppet from our own very circle. There's nothing you can do. Doesn't matter what freaking weapons you come to put out here to try to destabilize the mission, it will never work. Julius Malema is a true Pan-Africanist and his message is loud and clear and we can hear it. There's a spirit of unity there. Hello.
We are unifying Africa. This is what our aim is.
Yeah.
We stand together.
Yeah, boy. What else? Facts. I am evolving. Thank you, my brother. I am evolving. Appreciate you very much. You need medicine. You need a straight jacket. A straight jacket? What do I need a straight jacket for? I mean, shut up, man. We're talking about important things here. You worry about materialistic stuff like jackets. I don't give a crap about if my jacket is got a line here because of shut up, man. Anyway, I am evolving. Much respect to you because you know truth. You know the facts. You see, this African mind just purposefully puts itself
Yes.
in holes that they have no business in. He's focusing on my jacket. While we're talking about African unity, he's focusing on my jacket. Leave the rules jacket alone. Plus, we've done modeling before in our lives. We've worn a lot of freaking straight jackets. We're not out here for freaking straight jackets, boy.
Oh my gosh. Focus on what we are saying.
Where did you get your glasses from? Tom Ford. Yeah.
Africa, all Africans unite. Yes, Leroy.
Go visit the YouTube page, the profile, and go and look at the banner. That's it. And then come back here and ask me and come and see if I give a crap about a straight jacket. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you still have coffee over there, please?
Yes.
Let me have some of your coffee.
It's a bit cold.
Go look at the banner and go and check if the rules gives a crap about a straight jacket. The rules couldn't give a crap about a straight jacket, man. Ibrahim Traore is the only president in Africa. Anytime you must just deliver that statement.
Yes, I want to just rebuke this comment. I'm not even going to read it. Lee, I rebuke whatever you said. It will not happen. He is protected. He will complete his mission successfully.
What the freaking hell is Lee?
You see it?
No, she's trying to say that we don't live in Africa.
No, the one before that.
These are, who the hell is Lee? Lee says Ibrahim Traore will live forever. Yes, he will. Lee, you have to like the video. Guys, there's 178 of you, and I am willing to bet that 80% of you guys love what you are hearing. So please, guys, like the video. Like the video. Let's get these likes over 100 at least. There's 150 of you. All you guys have to do is just like the video. That's it. Love is free. Thank you very much to whoever did that. You are leading the way. Come on, guys, follow. Follow, hit the like button, subscribe. You know it's authentic. It's authentic here. Oh, yes. There we go. There's 5 likes immediately. Thank you very much, guys.
Much love, much
Let's
love.
take it to 100. Come on, guys, take it to 100. Appreciate you guys. You know, we are vocal, we are opinionated, we say it, but we also decent, respectable people.
Of course,
Okay.
always.
Only small minds misunderstand the tone. Only small minds. The true adults, the people that are thinking here, like evolving, they know that these guys are passionate about what they are saying, and the things that they are saying are not easy. We're living in times where we need to make changes in Africa, and we need to be unapologetic about it. We love you guys very much, and we respect you all. Even you, Lee, we love you. You just don't know it. We have it in us to love. We don't hate. There's no hate speech here. There's only truth. There's only truth. Ibrahim Traore is the only leader here in Africa.
Yep.
Yes, we have to keep saying that. You know how many things Ibrahim Traore has accomplished? Yo. Anywho. Who else
He
is
has
here?
completely changed that Burkina Faso from what it was 2 years ago.
I am evolving. Why do people all over the world feel so bad, hurt when black people speak on coming together for the good? You know what I'm saying? Some people are just out here looking for drama. And it's very small. You know, evolving. There's a lot of people, even in the comment section, who are just looking for attention.
They're not just there to be naysayers for no reason. They don't understand anything, or nor do they want to understand.
They're just out here looking for attention.
Yeah.
They're just out here wanting to be called out, to be mentioned. You understand what I'm saying? Guys, please, we need to get these likes to 100. There's 29 people here that feel it in them to hit the like button. Please, guys, hit the like button. Let's get this over 100. It'll make us feel good. It'll push this channel. Support, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, kindly subscribe. Appreciate you very much. We promise to always come out here and give you valuetainment on these issues, and to keep it light, to keep it authentic, to keep it real. And we'll always acknowledge you. We'll do our best to acknowledge you. Even your comments in the comment section, always in the comment section. So we'll always do that. Become a member, support the channel, be with us. Let's grow this community. This is a community. This is a community. We are on X, we are on Instagram. We are on TikTok. We're on Rumble too, but we're not so active on Rumble, but we just made sure that we're everywhere.
Yes, yes.
We're mostly active here on YouTube, on X. X, we get to tweet, we get to release, we get to say our piece about the many different things that's happening. Although we focus a lot on African issues, we also have an opinion about what's going on between Pakistan and India. So on X, every once in a while, we get to deliver our paragraph and our views and our thoughts on that. We really hope that those leaders there exercise restraint.
Hey.
We don't need another freaking war in this world, man.
And the fact that they have access to those nuclear things, it is so scary. People, act with restraint. Please
Nuclear
think.
weapon countries, huh?
Yeah.
It's a very dangerous situation over there.
Yeah.
We don't need all this crap. We need this freaking war in East Congo that's taken 30 years to end. We need Captain Ibrahim to continue to push his message. We need Sudan and whatever's happening there with Sudan and all that thing happening there to come to an end. We need to pray for the people of Haiti. We need to hope and pray that Libya makes it out of there. We need to pray for so many things. We need Russia and Ukraine and all this crap here. We need Palestine, Israel, and Gaza to end. We don't need this crap now between India and Pakistan. Do we have any Pakistanis here? Do we have any Indian people here? Come on, guys. We don't need that. So anyway, the moral of the story is on X, we give our opinion over there. Guys, please like the screen. Like the live. Thank you very much. Like it. It's so. Why is it so difficult for people to do things even for free?
Yeah, just press the button, thumbs up.
Just press like. That's all. If you just like the live.
We know there are more than 29 of you here.
There's been more than, there was like over 300 people here.
Yes.
There's been more. Some people are just listening. Some people can hear, but the finger is still not getting up.
Yeah.
Can you lift your finger, please, and like the live? Can you please just like the live? The rules is asking you nicely.
Just lift your finger.
Yes, just like, ding. Thank you very much to you. We need 25 more people. Let's get this at least over 100. And don't forget to subscribe and put on your notifications. Thank you very much. Because this, by the way, is just a random live. Usually we do the whole setup, right? You guys, if you visit the page, you'll see it. We do the whole podcast setup. You get to hear from Arlene, the lady in the back.
That's me. Where you'll see me, actually.
They're just hearing a voice over here. They're wondering, who's that lady in the back there? Yes, that's Arlene. She's the lady on the thumbnail. So anyway, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Yes.
Julius Park. Yes, how are you? Burkina Bay, how are you?
It's from Burkina Bay?
Yeah.
Chapeau. Colleen. Who's Colleen?
Colleen Spangler.
What did she say? She says, shut it, Troy.
Yeah, she's speaking to another person.
Oh.
Hey.
Thank God I asked. I think she was cool.
Yes, she is.
She is cool.
She's telling that person, Troy.
Okay,
yeah.
you, Troy, you must listen to Colleen. I remember Colleen, she said something great before.
Yes.
I said, yes, Colleen, I got to tell them. Something like that I said.
Yes.
I was about to go in now. Huh? All is well, Colleen. Much love to you. Ronald Gates. So true. EFF to the world. Yes, EFF to the world. Hi to Julius Spark. Teach, brother, teach. Thank Omar. Appreciate you, Thomas. Appreciate you. Kudos to you and your team. The progressive revolution is here to stay.
Yes,
Julius. Thank you, Julius. Appreciate you. Hi, guys from Uganda. Here, Africa United. Much love, bro. Africa United. Thank you, Pearl. Appreciate you. Yes, Troy, that's for you, Troy. Yes, guys, 22 more likes, and then we're going to end the live. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been a quick, sudden little live. We just thought to ourselves, let's just go out there and make sure we show support for Captain Ibrahim Traore.
Yes, we felt like sharing the opinion, sharing the love of
and
Ibrahim.
Let's go back. Yes, and you know, when Russia sends a plane to pick up Ibrahim Traore,
Yeah.
That is a message to the West.
Yeah.
That is a message to Michael Langley and all his cronies. That is a message to everybody that attended that freaking Senate when Michael Langley was out there delivering that false narrative. And that is also, my people, a message to all these freaking puppets, including the ones from Ivory Coast that are out here trying to destabilize Burkina Faso. That is a message to the world, and that is reassurance again to us Pan-Africanists, us Africans who love the fact that Russia is an ally of Burkina Faso. You understand what I'm saying? It's a message to us also to say, guys, don't worry. Your Captain is in safe arm. He's coming to celebrate Victory Day. Don't worry. He'll be back home safe. I've sent a plane and a couple of fighter jets next to that. You understand what I'm saying? This is a head of state type of invitation. The hospitality is great when the leader, when the president of Africa is needed to attend such a celebration day. You understand?
Yes.
This is not a puppet. You don't pull out red carpets for puppets. You understand what I'm saying? Only Captain, people of integrity, people of honor, men of honor, people who are actually practicing what they preach. People are out here fighting to be self-reliant, representing a whole race. Get to get a red carpet and a freaking Boeing. You
Yes.
understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Ibrahim Traore being in Russia today, it's a significant shift on how Russia is also projecting to its international alliances that it's enough with the West.
If the West is smart, they will understand that we cannot mess here because this will provoke some kind of mess in the world. We need to stop with our freaking agenda of trying to take out the guy. We need to put that to sleep.
Yeah.
But you still can't put it out past them. Don't ever assume that your freaking adversaries will come out here and do things for you or think for you. They'll still be out here with their own freaking agenda because we're living in a very, very crazy world. People are wicked out here. They don't give a crap if the whole world loves him, especially that freaking France. They don't give a crap about how we feel about him. They're just worried about the freaking Eiffel Tower and the fact that it should continue to be lit. You understand what I'm saying? They'll still be out here to try to push because they are nothing. They're also fighting for their survival because everybody knows that France is nothing without Africa. It's only these freaking puppets of Ivory Coast and Gabon who are out here allowing themselves to be used as pawns. And Cameroon, I'm sorry, Cameroonians, I have to mention that, Paul Biya. It's true.
Yes.
That coup in Gabon was an orchestrated coup.
That's a fake thing. So just to say, please, let's just do some sort of theatrics.
Parasites in your brain, Troy. Troy, apparently you have parasites in your brain. They're out here stealing any capability, any capacity to think any way. Those parasites, that's what almost...
You need to take some...
Troy, you have parasites in your brain.
You need to deworm.
They're out here just sucking the hell out of anything you say. And it's... Amas, where did you get this expression from?
Omas.
That's funny, huh? Guys, please like the live. Take it to 100. Thank you very much. Subscribe and all of the above. Okay, I think we're going to say thank you for today.
Yeah.
We'll be back. We'll be back. Perhaps tomorrow or the next day. Look out for fresh visits. Hit your notifications on subscribe. Subscribe, my people. Subscribe. Thank you very much, Amos. Thank you, Colleen. Thank you,
Philip.
Simon. Thank you, Philip.
Yes.
Thank you, Nehru. Bless up. Yes, bless up, brother.
Much love.
Much love. Guys, like the live. Bless up. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate you guys. It's been real. It's been great. Long live Captain Ibrahim Traore.
Yes, of course, and support his mission, support his movements.
Yes. Today is a nice day. Amen.
Amen, yes. Blessings to all.
Later.
Much love.